I don't know where to go without you in my life. Those late nights, they get me right and you protect my mind. You my peace every week. Oh why, oh why, oh why must I feel the way every day is a real this time? Cause even when we break up to make up, we still link up to go and get this cake up. Cause even when we break up just to make up, we still link up to go and get this cake up.
Late night I get epiphanies. Advice you out at Tiffany's. I hear the talks, they don't get to me. It means more, I'm making history. I get you where.
On a serious note, man, you know what I mean? On a real serious tip, to flip it. We lost somebody, y'all, and big loss, huge loss. This is like some. I mean, I don't know what big loss. It's like it was up to the time of Michael Jackson.
Oh, it's definitely
iconic. And like it's like iconic things. Like
it's sick, bro. It's crazy. Like I'm literally sitting here, like we're talking and everything,
yeah.
But like in the back of your mind, it's like, yo.
Do you really want to talk about it? You know what I mean? I know.
Like,
it was rough, but
I don't need to. Like you said, everybody knows what happened. Like we don't need to. But like, I just want to say what like, cause it's like I'm still like it's just crazy to me how it's like I didn't know this man,
right?
But like I really, like it's. I keep feeling like he's gonna come back, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
This man not coming back, and it's just like, yo, like, this man was like invincible, like, he was like a real life hero, like, in so many ways, because not only about like basketball, like, I feel like his mentality, like, we didn't even say he's crazy, bro, it's crazy, but it's like the Mamba mentality is like not just basketball, like, it's like. It's a lifestyle, like no days off, no excuses. Like if you want something, you gotta go and get it. You gotta be relentless about it. You gotta take it because nobody's gonna give it to you. Like that is like everything. That's how my dad was, and like I just remember like he gave me so much joy, like watching him play basketball, and then like just because like how smart he was too. And that was the only thing. Bro, I had friendships built around the conversation of Kobe and LeBron. Like grew up like who's better, Kobe or LeBron? Kobe or LeBron? Like how many hours did I spend talking about this? And the one thing I always say would be like, I would be like, yo, you can put the stats up, but there's things you can't measure. Like this guy's IQ, this guy's intelligence was bar none. Like if he would train with different athletes and just to see like great athletes, like the best, like Ronaldo type athletes, like that, the other best in other sports, to see if they match his work ethic. Like and he wasn't afraid to like. Try to learn from somebody else, like Jordan, like you know what I mean, like that was like he was basically Jordan's like little brother, like he taught himself, like he wasn't afraid to take somebody's move, like oh I like that move, like you know what I mean, that's the greatest respect, like take somebody else's move, and then he'll put it in his bag, like learn it. Bro, this guy would talk a different language to Sasha Vujacic and Pau Gasol because he was bilingual in Italian, and you know Spanish Italian's like basically the same language, like. But so opponents wouldn't be able to understand. This man had broken fingers, and on a shooting hand, and taught himself how to shoot with the left hand. Didn't miss any time. Embiid had a messed up finger on his off hand and sat out for 3 weeks. I know we don't get on that, but I'm saying like, bro, like it's like so many like he has all these like one-liner quotes from like interviews that I've watched and everything, but like. He was a psychopath, like a mad genius, like a scientist. That's why it's crazy when I think about I keep thinking like this man's gonna come back because I know he died, but like I feel like he could make himself come back. That's how like crazy he would just learn shit. Like he was like obsessive, and like I was watching this one interview where they're talking about like the guy that's interviewing me. He's like, what would happen? You know, like you're 18-year-old Kobe Bryant and you're getting ready to get drafted. Like what happens to our relationship? And he was like, it would suffer. Like no hesitation. He was like. It would suffer. Like he had one love, and it was basketball. He knew exactly what he wanted to do and how he was gonna get better at it. If somebody's better at him, like he was just gonna outwork you. Like that just grind. Period. Like it was something like as a kid I was like, yo, this is what my dad talks about. Like if you want to, like if you want it, you can do it. Right. But like how bad do you really want it? How many of us can say that we would be able to put in the work ethic like Kobe Bryant. Like none of us. Like you know what I mean? Like let's be honest. Like but to even get to a degree of that would be something. I feel like he put that in like so many people. Like and it's the crazy part is when you hear people talk about him and they're talking about like how he like used like sought out information like to get like to hone his craft and like to just get better and like all the stories that you hear like I hear the same shit in my profession. Like the CEO, the president of my architecture firm, like one of the biggest firms in Pennsylvania, like 200-person firm, like got firms in New York, in Florida. Like with I had a personal conversation with him where he told me like the people that succeed the most are the people that ask the most questions, the people that are the most curious. And it's just like when you hear like people talking about Kobe, like that's what he was like. And
yes,
and it was just like. I just remember watching him play, thinking like, yo, if they lost a game, like I didn't even like, I'm waiting up like 10. The game's already 10:30, so like I'm, you know what I mean, school night, so I'll probably just start 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm still up,
right.
But if we lost the game, like I'm not going to sleep till I see the after a press conference because I needed Kobe to tell me that it was going to be all right. Like you know what I mean, we're going to win this game because when I saw him. And I haven't experienced this again. Like you know what I mean, like not even like you know how much I love Steph Curry and Embiid, but they're not like him. Like nobody was like when he talked, I believed it. I was like, and it's crazy. He was like when they're up, even when they're up in the finals. I just loved his demeanor, his like mentality. Like they're up 2-0, and he's like, and they're asking like, oh, why aren't you happy? Why do you have this like look on your face? And he's like, should I be happy about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the job's not done. You know what I mean? Like that crazy ass mentality is something that anybody can relate to. And like I swear I've never had more joy watching basketball. Like I love basketball because of Kobe Bryant. Like you like Kobe, like you know what I mean? It's crazy. And then just like to see that, and then to see like after he retired, like I didn't even like when all this happened. I didn't even think like Kobe the basketball player. My mind went to Kobe the father. Kobe like the Kobe the father. Like this next chapter of his life. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he was gonna put all that same amount of energy into. That he did into basketball, but into other parts of his life, motivating other people. His daughter, obviously,
like he owns like body armor. He has like a lot of stock stuff that he was like the stock exchange like made like put the Lakers colors up and stuff like that. Like he was kicking ass in his non-basketball life.
And Kobe just won an Oscar.
He was obsessed, man.
He won an Oscar for short stories about his love of basketball.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful, man.
It was because he
was bringing up so many different levels, man. What you got to say, bro?
Wait, did anybody ever see him play live?
I never, bro.
No?
Did you get to see him play live?
Yeah.
So back in college,
I did.
You did too?
I had a friend who was on the Pacer dance team. So she would get us tickets. So he played basketball effortlessly. Wow. So like some people, and not to compare myself to Kobe, but people say that about me when I play sports. They're like, you play so nonchalantly.
You can relate.
But nobody's catching you. Like, especially like on the football field or the soccer field, like, it doesn't look like you're running fast, but nobody's catching you. Yeah. So it never looked like it never looked like he was
trying.
It never looked like he was driving to the basket hard. It didn't look like he went up for that dunk hard, but then he dunked on somebody. Like so, it's like that's how it looked. That's how it looked.
He prepared for every moment, like every. He would literally, this guy would read books about war. That's where he got the logo from, the sheath. But
the crazy thing is,
I'm gonna blow your mind.
Every time I seen him play, he lost to the Pacers.
Well, I just watched the whole series, which he dominated the Pacers. When Shaq was in foul trouble, when he looked at big fella.
Yeah, that was in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but that was well before I was in college.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying
Shaq wasn't on the Lakers anymore.
No, he was.
No, not in.
When you're the Pacers, you're talking
2008.
You're talking about like Ron Artest and Jamal Tinsley and like that.
No, when they still had like when Paul George was still on the Pacers.
Oh, you're talking about that team. I'm thinking young Kobe with like number 8 Kobe with Shaq. They played right against Reggie Miller, and I watched him take that team.
Not then at all.
I'm talking about when some players lose just weird teams.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you know what I mean? Like I
and the Pacers still had what's his name?
Like the Memphis Grizzlies. LeBron plays hard against them for some reason.
Tall black dude.
I don't know why he just does.
That left shrunk.
But let me tell you about Kobe Bryant's story. So all I've been doing is watching, I've been emotional as hell, man. Watching interviews, watching what Shaq said about him, watching what Jason Williams said about him. I watch what AI said about him, Artest, Lamar Odom. I watch what everybody said about him. Right? That's what I do. And the best story I got was from Jason Williams. He got the best story.
Which Jason Williams?
Jason Williams from Chicago Bulls. He said he's playing at the top of his game right before the motorcycle accident, right? And he's playing. He goes into Chicago Bulls at Chicago. All of a sudden, he's the ball dribbling 2 o'clock. Game's at 7. It's Kobe working hard, game time hard.
Yeah.
2 o'clock before the game.
That was his thing, bro.
You ready for this? I said, "What's up?" to him. He says, "What's up?" I barely know who Kobe is. It's my rookie. Like he's young. First time meeting Kobe.
Yeah.
He said, "What's up?" to him. He said, "What's up? How you doing, Mr. Williams?" And he goes back to what he's doing. He gives like light love,
Yeah.
right? And like I said, Kobe's like, "What's up?" Kobe, like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" Boom, back, sweating profusely, right? 2 o'clock. He worked out for an hour and a half, right? Got up 4,000 shots. Jason Williams. Look on the other end. Kobe's still working hard, right? He leaves. He goes back to call Boozer and them, and Kurt Heinrich and Ben Gordon. That team.
Kirk Heinrich.
He's like, yo, Kobe been out there for 3 hours. He's tired as hell. We're gonna beat him this game. I'm telling you this. I was laughing, right? Kobe dropped 40, right? He said he was so obsessed on how he dropped 40, he was confused. So it boggled his mind. Mind you, you don't know Kobe. His first time ever playing Kobe. He goes up to Kobe after all the fans are gone, after all the media's gone. He's walking to the bus, Kobe's walking out. He said, "Yo, Mr. Bryant, man." He said, "Can I ask you a question?" Kobe like, "What's up?" He's like, what? I thought you were like, what made you do that? He said, "I saw you walk in.
Yeah.
And I know you're one of the best up-and-coming players." He said, "I just wanted to show you, no matter what you do, you'll never work harder."
I heard this story, yeah. Yo, but like that's crazy. He played.
He told him that,
bro. Like he would do mind.
He seen him walk in. He said, "You know what? I'm still gonna stay.
Like the
I'm not
AI
been for 2 hours already, but I'm gonna shoot until he leaves."
The AI story where
And
he
then
says,
I'm gonna drop 40.
where he says like, "Where you going?" He's like, "I'm going to the club." He's like, "I'm going to the gym." It's like, yo, bro, like that's just how he was. Like that's just it's crazy. Like, he was literally. That's why I was like, there's.
That's the craziest I ever heard in my life. Then they won their first championship.
Bro, he run
A week later, Derek Fisher, a week later, he's empty out his locker. A week later, after they won the championship, he said he's been partying. He smelled like alcohol. He just randomly go to Staples to get the rest of his stuff. 2 weeks after the season. Who's working out after they just won a ship?
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe trying to three-peat, bro. He's like, the job's not done. I'm trying to be the best ever.
He's just obsessed, man. You gotta be obsessed.
He got there from Phil Jackson out there.
I don't know if you have to be obsessed. He was like, I don't know, like, there will ever be another person that will be able to do what.
Like,
you watch Kobe Jackson's story?
I mean, there's people like Jordan.
Because you talk about, like, he would talk to other people and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Kobe talk.
He asked them what they would do.
Kobe talk.
Like, he did that to Peyton Manning, and he heard, like, how Peyton Manning would, like, talk about defense and stuff, and, like, that impressed him. And it's like I'm sure there are, like, business guys out there who are just fucking obsessed and work 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
Fucking obsessed with whatever business they're in. Like,
Yeah.
if you're that obsessed with whatever you're doing, like, you're gonna be alright.
Yeah. It's true.
You got to, like, be obsessed or, like, you know.
Because, I mean, even on my small scale of, like, my training business.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And there's been spurts where I take it super serious and promote myself and, like, study and learn new things to use with the athletes. And then you see the dividends. You see it paying off.
Yeah.
You're just like, you know, why? People calling you left and right. Look, I heard you do this. I heard you do this type of training. I heard you do this that type of training. I'm like, wait, how'd you get my number? But it's because
I've been putting me on too.
Putting in work, baby.
it's because you're training these other athletes and clients so hard that they go and tell other people, right? But they're only getting a good session is because I'm putting in the time to learn and to study how to make sessions great for them.
Yeah.
Right? But when I don't do that, I'm not getting phone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I don't do that, they're not coming back to me.
Yeah, when you're not.
So like it's like you have to be
You're
if you want to be
creative with
good
it,
at
too.
what you're doing, if you want to be the best at what you're doing, if you want to take over the market at what you're doing, you have to say to yourself, I'm gonna sacrifice this, this, and this, and I'm just gonna do it.
Bro, that's what it is.
The blueprint is there. The blueprint's always been there.
He's opening my eyes. I'm opening my eyes. People running. My boy Kevin Miller, his stuff is getting big. People are doing what they want to do, and growing their business. I see you. Pizza Floor is coming up. See what I'm saying?
What's much more impressive is my day job.
Well, yeah, that too. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole point is, I know what you guys are doing. You guys are not trying to work for anybody. You're trying to
trying to be your
be
own
an
boss.
entrepreneur, which opened my eyes because I feel like honestly with the training tip, he's opening my eyes because you know what I'm saying. You can get rich off of that, and I want in on it.
I want in on it. He's just jumping on a wave, man.
So I've been thinking about doing this for a while.
Let me add.
But he has the structure.
Let me add another story real quick, and this is close to home. This is so. With my training, you know, I got a handful of countings with kids, and like, on Sunday I got 2 kids that are literally like my sons because I'm with them for like 4 or 5 hours. Because we'll do some strength training, we'll do some agility training, we'll do some skills training, and now I have them playing in a flag football league with me. So they're just with me.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but we're not even talking about football. We're in the car driving to the gym from one thing to going to the next thing. And like, side note, I don't even have to ask them. They're like, so we're going to this next? We're doing this next? Like, not even have to ask them that, do you want to do this to get better? Bro, you just do it.
Yo, let me say like literally, like lately, like my 6-year-old daughter, I've been seeing her like kind of be like, she's really good at cheerleading. Like I don't know if y'all know, you don't know this shit about cheerleading, but it's like a big deal to these little girls, man. They go to like nationals, they go to like Disney, and there's just like thousands of people. It's like a cult. Like honestly, it's really like a cult. It's crazy. I mean, they're doing gymnastics. Shit is hard when you get the cold got her into. But my 6-year-old daughter, like she cheers on 2 teams, she cheers up like above her age, like she's good. And it's like I tried to make her play soccer. You want to play soccer? You know what I mean? Like, she's not really that into basketball. I don't know how good, what age you gotta be to be good at that. But, like, that's just what she fell into. But, dude, now, like, she's like, so they have, like, she knows how to use the TV and stuff now. So now she's, like, going on Netflix and she's watching this show they got out called, like, Cheer. Yeah. And it's, like, about the best cheerleaders in, she knows, she knows the names of the best cheerleaders. But, like, not only that, bro, like, she gets up before me in the morning. Like, I'm getting ready to go to work. Like I'm sleeping until the very last minute that I possibly can before I take her to school. And when I come, she's already ready, dressed, and she's watching her cheer shows, dude. Like, and she wants to be like them. And when she's had an iPad forever, she usually just like draws on it and like plays like games or whatever. And now she's learning what like YouTube is, and she will like look up cheer stuff. Like she looks up cheer stuff, like tries to like learn how to do it. Like she's always trying to do the next thing. Like she just wants to do what the older kids are doing. She wants to do the flips and stuff. Like she gets so upset like if she can't do something. Like and it's like awesome. And it's like you can't. You're not supposed to be able to do that yet. Like you have to like you got to build your way up. And I'm like always gonna remind her like this is good. Like I mean, but like you don't have to be like I see her upset. Like she'll be crying if she can't do something. And I'm like it's good to see that. But like she's like too hard on herself. She's 6 years old, but she already got more trophies than I have. And she already got more trophies than I have, and she's 6, bro. She's got a jacket that she won from like nationals or champion for cheerleading. She got a big ass trophy. She's got an art trophy because she's also really good at that, bro. This girl's like she's like in plays, like dude. Let me, it's crazy. Like 6 years old, like what?
But to finish,
she loves it. That's it.
To finish my story real fast.
Oh, I thought you were done. My bad. I was like,
because I sidetracked because I'm proud of I'm proud of those guys, but the whole story in the car was because, one of the kids is on the basketball team and the other kid knows what's going on with the basketball team right now. And he's like, how good were the teams when you played? And I was like, well, my freshman year, we weren't that good. We were like 9-15. But then, my sophomore year, we flipped it all around, went 15-10, and then there wasn't a losing season for the next 15 years. And they're like, but how did that happen? Like, what did y'all do different? And I'm like, we just loved basketball. We played basketball all the time because we knew we wanted to make a difference.
Yes.
So I'm like, I was like, if it was cold outside, we played basketball. Yeah. If they locked the courts on us, we would jump the gates. We didn't even jump the gate. We didn't even take that. We said, you know what? We'll go run to another court.
Oh, I did.
Like that's what we did, so we could just keep playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember. They went to kick us out.
And so it's like, I'm like thinking back. I'm like, yo, we really did. Not knowing, because we were kids just playing basketball a lot, not knowing that we were actually putting in the work that it took to change the program around. And then so the kid in the car, he's like, you know what? Yeah, we don't do that. Play basketball all the time. We just play basketball.
Yo, that's true. Even the kids we were coaching, you like we balled every day after school, like game after game after game after game.
It didn't matter if we were.
The lights came on.
It didn't matter if you were getting technically better, like skill. If it didn't matter that it matters that your skills are getting better, but playing just gives you confidence that you know you can win, or you know you can do. You know, especially when building confidence is better.
Right.
Will overcome the lack of skill.
Yeah.
Because if you have confidence that at least if I go to my strong hand all the time, I'm making this layup. Right. That's all that matters.
I always wish I just had like I had like my dad was there, but like he wasn't like taking me out and like playing basketball with me all the time. Like I'm definitely gonna do that. Like you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, whether it's basketball, whatever it is, I'm gonna like try to like hone that skill. But like bro, I mean we play game after game after game, but I just wish I had somebody to like. I know, but I wish I had somebody like tell me the right things to do. Like you know what I mean? Like yo, you should be shooting like this. Like do these drills. Like do this. So like I maybe would have had a chance. I was always like I would always tell myself like yo, I'm going to the NBA. I'm going. When I was little, like first, second grade, like you know we didn't all get growth spurts yet, guys. Yeah, some people grew, I didn't. Yeah. But like you know what I mean? Like or like get me in the gym at an early age because like maybe I could have overcame that. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. Some people are naturally gifted, but I just wish like somebody like taught me a little bit more.
I used to play football by myself. Like if I didn't have anybody to play with, like
how do you do that?
I would like throw the ball
up in the air
and like pretend I was receiver catching it, and then I would get like fake tackle, and I'd be like, all right, we're in the red zone, and like this neighbor's yard was like the touchdown. This was a touchdown, and my front yard was like the 50-yard line. And I'd be doing like punt returns and shit, like
me too.
Playing football by myself.
And look at my hands, but
I didn't even play basketball, but we used to have one down the corner here, and like every day after school, 12 people playing basketball.
That's how I play basketball here.
Dude,
Sharp School courts.
No, not the Sharp School courts. Jesse used to have
the alleyway courts.
Nah, so alleyway. I mean, yeah. I remember the first time I ever told my mom, "Hey, can I go to the alleyway?" She's like, no. What? Like, I'm like, Mom, it's around the corner. Like, it's a basketball court. Like, it's just the behind of some people's house. She's like, no, I gotta see this alleyway you want to go to.
Yeah. We're all there too.
Okay.
We did a court right there, the alleyway.
Yeah, the alleyway court was trash, but good times.
It went down in there. It was an alleyway court.
Yeah. Anyway.
Bro.
This part was a little different.
Bro, I feel like you should give me 8 bars at the top, bro.
Oh, you gotta do the
For
bars?
Kobe, sign out, baby. Let me get 8 bars off the top, baby. Yo, the Dr. Seuss. Yo, let me get a beat.
Nah, boy, next episode we're gonna have some bars for y'all.
Are we gonna have bars next episode for sure?
For sure.
For sure.
Acapella?
Acapulco, like he says.
Acapella?
We get a little beat. We can get a little beat. Little cipher.
Is it gonna be like a lunchroom cipher, like we bang it on the top?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Like a little lunchroom cipher?
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
This is real talk with y'all, man. We got deep with y'all, man. Rest in peace to the mama, man. Rest in peace to his daughter.
And the mama.
Rest in peace to everybody that was on that plane.
Helicopter.
I mean the helicopter. I apologize. They carried away sometimes. Everybody who was on that helicopter.
Yeah, let's just, bro. Yeah. Rest in
Moment of
peace.
silence for 1 second. For 1 second, man. This is Raww Dawg Sports. We've been real with y'all, man. We got D1 over here, man. QB. Interracial babies. If you don't have one, get one. And I'm Coach D. From the bottom of my heart, get that mama mentality. Raww Dawg Sports, baby.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Made it through.
Way to hold it together.
That was good, bro.
I'm sad you never seen him.